2, let's go! That's a big ass turbo.
Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another WhipGetters video. We're gonna do a diagnosis today on the Volvo. These Volvos actually have a lot of problems with leaks over time. This car has 176,000 miles. I've replaced a couple things here and there before, but today we're actually gonna show you what happens the most and what you can diagnose with it. Here we have our lovely oil cooler. This right here has two little gaskets behind it on the inlet and outlet of the oil cooler. So actually what these will do under here, you can see the little roundness right here. These will actually leak. That's our problem, and the oil drain plug was leaking, but the most common thing on this car is your camshaft, crankshaft, and all the seals on the side where your drive location is, your drive belt, even your rear camshaft seals, all that. So if you get a high mileage Volvo, they're gonna start leaking. Just make sure you're always keeping up with your oil leaks and all that. Now before you guys, if you guys do find your actual problem, what you need to do first, you have to drain your oil. If not, you're gonna have a really messed up time and a messed up day. So just make sure you always drain your oil and have a fresh thing of oil to actually put in when you're finished, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So it's really simple. You have T40 torque bolts, you got 4 of them all the way around, and actually what you do, like any other thing, is you loosen them and take them all out. I usually, what I'm gonna do is actually leave the top right one still in there while I take these out. It's just a simple,
Do a little tug. If not, ooh. There's one that bit the dust. And here's the new one. So you guys can see the difference.
so these are actually one of the biggest common problems with Volvos is the oil cooler seals will actually leak in the back. And they're really simple to change. Just being able to take this off and moving those back, and they fit both right there and there. When you take these seals, it should be fairly simple and you should just be able to push them in. They seem a little loose, but I think when you tighten it, it should press against it perfectly so there's no more leaking oil. Now, we are just gonna take what we had, those Torx bolts, put it back aligned, and then tighten them.
All right, guys, so at this point, I'm gonna get a little snug. I'm gonna do a cross pattern just to try to get the fitment close as possible. And guys, this is all aluminum, so do not, when you do this at home, do not over crank this. You want it to be tight enough that it's snug, but definitely not leaning on it, because if you crack this oil pan, that's really bad news bears. So, and this is where it bolts right into the side of the oil pan.
Okay, so if you guys have a Volvo, and most likely you're on this video just only because you have one, I would make sure you know how much oil goes into your engine and not overfill it or underfill it. But basically these motors, most typically 5-cylinder motors with turbos, take 6.12 quarts. So make sure you at least figure that out first, or make sure you have the same model. This is a different motor inside a different car. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and fill the oil and go from there.
What we did was, if you're at home, you might not have a lift like this. I would drive the car up on some ramps. Please be careful. Always use jack stands and the right proper safety stuff to make sure the car don't land on you, because that's a real thing. We started the car for at least 3 to 5 minutes just to get some heat and get the oil flowing, just to see if we got any leak. It's gonna show you right away, because the pressure from the oil actually going through the motor will actually push through a bad seal. So we started it, looks great. So now we're at the point now, we're gonna put the skid plate on like Tyler said, and we're good to go. Hope you guys found this video informational. Any questions, give us a shout in the comments. Please tell your friends and family about us. Please like and subscribe. It's your boy Big Reek, your man Tyler behind the camera. And we are.
It's like a chocolate waterfall. I want to taste it. Can I taste it?
Oh, that's terrible.
Ooh, it almost touched my tongue. Hey, I love this car. If anything, I'd buy 15 more of these. 20 more.